Like, guys, I have a hot take. Shepard was hot. Because, like, a video, or no, it was a tweet, and somebody was like, Shepard was one of, like, a step in the right direction for non-sexualized female characters. And I just, one, they're correct in the sense that people will use Shepard as an example of how to write a character in a non-sexualized manner, and that will
Yeah.
steer the conversation into making characters not sexualized. But that pisses me off because Shepard was hot as fuck. like, how dare you use this hot sexualized character to promote non-sexualized characters? Like, fuck you. Because it's like, okay, is a character, what is the definition of a sexualized character? It is when a character has in some way a trait or like a character personality or something way in something that is somewhat sexualized. I'm like, the character is literally wearing armor that has boobs on it. The first game, okay, had Heron opinion about like censoring games because of the fact that there was a lesbian sex scene with an alien, right?
Yeah.
We haven't even started the first game, and already, like, sexualization is in this game. It's like, also, the fuck combo did I walk into? Hey, Dan. This happens when you stream with me. But it's just like, it's like, okay, so let's just think about this as like, okay, how sexualized is, I mean, just Bioware games, right? Bioware is like the pioneer of sexuality in video games. They are the reason that when you play Skyrim, when you play Cyberpunk, when you play Baldur's Gate, that you have romance options. Because they were the pioneers in promoting games with romance options and made it a conversation point that steered that people want these in their games. That's why when what's the game called? No Man's Sky? Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
No, not No Man's Sky.
No.
The Obsidian made it. Outer Worlds.
Outworlds.
Yeah. That Outer Worlds had to make a statement that said we aren't putting romance in games. How dare you let me into my temp retirement? But like, so if you think about it, in terms of like sexuality in games, because the romance is a thing, but we had a gay relationship in the form of Juhani in 2003 in Knights of the Old Republic. That is how far back that went. And it got to a point where it's like some of the only games that BioWare made that didn't have like a gay romance was Mass Effect 2 and there was and the Old Republic. And both of those games added them as DLC. BioWare's like the leading charge when it comes to romance in games and like gay romance in games. To the point where, like, if you want to play Inquisition, you need a fucking spreadsheet. Stuff like what the characters' preferences are and stuff. Like, it got really bad.
That is the reason why I don't actually play the actual game, because it's literally too much.
It's too much.
Go, no.
Oh, it's too much. But yeah, and then it's like, okay, so she's a character in full armor. There's boobs on her armor. And in the first game, you get to see her naked. If you play Metroid, and if you beat the game, you get to see her in a bikini. So if you think about it, Commander Shepard is more sexualized than Samus.
You son of a bitch. You are right on that, because Samus, Samus at the time was, but then it's like you should get out to one side.
So when somebody tells me that Commander Shepard is not a sexualized character, you have no fucking clue how wrong you are. Granted, you know how right you are because they take this character, they gaslight you into believing that she's not sexualized, despite the fact that there's a DLC that puts her in a short, tight dress in the second game, right? Despite the
Yeah.
fact that there is a tons of romance options where she absolutely gets funky. And gets nude, right? Like, and flirts heavily with characters to the point that makes them kind of stutter and pause and like and choke up.
You ever gonna make good on all this flirting?
I didn't mean to, you know.
Like, come the fuck on.
Yeah.
Commander Shepard from Mass Effect is hot as fuck. So much so, right, that they actually released a thing. Now, granted, like, like, this is what it's gonna be, right? They released a thing. They're like, okay, we want to improve her look. We're gonna give you a bunch of versions of her, and then you can vote which one you like. That's a hotness contest. Everyone's gonna vote for the hot one.
Yeah.
And we end up getting as a redhead with green eyes, who's, granted, you can make the argument that the Latina looking girl with the emo bangs with the red hair stripe might have been hotter. But that's a personal preference. So, but I digress. It was a, you know, vote on which one's the hotter. But they also wanted to improve her look, which meant that they weren't happy with how she looked before. So they made her hotter. And as each game goes on, her tits and ass actually gets bigger and she gets thicker as the game series goes on. This is just what happens. Go fuck yourself for telling me this character's not sexualized.